So mukti hitva anyata rupam swarupena vivastitihi, being servant of Lord, that can happen only when a person is able to remember Lord Narayana at the time of death. So yesterday we saw in 470th verse what should be the mood of the devotee, that he should always pray, Lord, oh Lord, keep me always in service of yours. So sincerity and non-violence, performing our occupational duty, keeping for the satisfaction of Krishna. These are all the priorities actually, and these are all the benefits for remembering Krishna at the time of death. यही व्याख्या करे भाष्यकारेण भाष्यकारेर समाजे मुक्त सब लीला तनु करी कृष्ण भजे. So this is the Vakya, which is Vyakya, or this is the narration or explanation which has been given by Bhashyakara. Sripad Ramanujan Acharya's name is also Bhashyakar. One of the name is Bhashyakar. So Bhashyakara Samaja also means the Samaja or the society of the devotees. This is the explanation. What's the explanation? What is the meaning of liberation? That is to become servant of Lord or eternally serve Govinda. Now, why here Govindera Dasa has been given? Serving Lord who tends the cows, Krishna. Remember Narayana, but remember that wonderful sweetness of Narayana, which is Krishna. Who is Krishna? The sweet form of Narayana is Krishna. Or opulent form of Krishna is Narayana. Both are non-different from each other. So in this way, one should always engage in the worship of Lord. Mukta Sabha Leela Tanu Kari Krishna Bhaje. So today is the most auspicious day, that is Madhava Tithi. Among all days, Madhava Tithi is the most auspicious. Because in this day, we should always do Krishna Bhajana. Whole day, Upavasa. Upa means Lord, Vasa means Vasati. One should always remember Lord. That can be done by chanting the holy name as much as possible. 473rd verse. In his commentary on Srimad Bhagavatam 10.87.21, Shri Swami quotes Sarvagyaha Vishnu Swami as follows. Mukta api lilaya vigraham kritva bhagavantam bhajante. Eternally liberated persons accept bodies suitable for the Lord's pastime and engage in his service, or engage in his worship. This refers to the good fortune of having the, and this one is for, okay. So down one note is given. That note is for how a person enters the water of Ganga at the time of death while remembering Krishna. So this refers to the good fortune of having the ashes of one's cremated body immersed in the water of Ganga. So this fortune can only happen when that person has remembered Narayana at the time of death. Only that person gets Ganga, his body cremated, and the ashes of his body which is cremated to be immersed in Ganga. Oh, this is a very wonderful thing which we just now did for our father. Varanasi Ganga, Triveni Ganga. That is why I heard many of my relatives were just glorifying my father, saying this fortune doesn't come for everyone. And this is the proof. Many people die, many people's body is cremated, but generally they go to the nearest, that is the Samudra or maybe Godavari Ganga. But Ganga in Varanasi, Ganga in Haridwar, Ganga in Triveni. So Godavari is also so fortunate. Godavari Ganga is actually Gautami Ganga. So getting the ashes immersed, that means that person has remembered Narayana at the time of death. I still remember my sister was asking one day before, because She didn't tell us, but doctors told her that all the organs are practically gone. But he took bath and all next day, went on the own, took bath, passed, cleared his stomach, took bath. And that one day before, my sister asked, whom you want with you? He said, I don't want anyone. Just let Lord be there with me. I don't want anyone. You want to remember mummy, or you want to remember Akka, or you remember me? He said, I don't want anyone. I just want to remember Lord. And this has happened because the consciousness of the soul, the reward for the consciousness of the soul has been given. The ashes of the person is immersed in Ganga. So fortunate. Ateiva bhakta haya ishvara samana bhaktasthane parabhava mane bhagavan. Therefore, the devotees are as good as the Supreme Lord. The Lord agrees to be defeated by his devotees. So liberated souls, they attain wonderful spiritual body to always serve Krishna, even in the eternal world. And devotees, they're as good as the Lord. Just see what a wonderful statement. Because Lord likes to serve the devotees. As much as the devotees want to serve Lord, Lord also wants to serve the devotees. Ananta Brahmande Yata Ache Stuti Mala Bhaktahena Stutira Nadhare Keha Kala. The prayers found in innumerable universes are inadequate to properly glorify the devotees. So, the prayers found in innumerable universes, that means the stavas, the stutis, are done by so many devotees in different universes. But even that is also inadequate to glorify the devotee. And we can understand the devotee from his lifetime. If you sincerely pray, Lord, if you always chant the holy name, if you're always humble, Lord helps the devotee to remember him at the time of death. I still remember my father never wasted any of his time. Though he lost his eyesight at the age of 58, he left his body at the age of 89. That means he has practically stayed for 31 years without eyesight, a small eyesight, very small. But always used to chant and be peaceful. Anyone comes, he will have a nice smiling face. Never had any frowning face. Always smiling face. No frustration, no doubt. Such a person. That is why Lord gave such a nice gati. Such a nice gati that he did not shout, he did not yell. In fact, he blessed the maid servant. He asked for a cup of water and he drank and nicely blessed. Though we were not really present near him, but I saw him in the video. I was going to Kandivali class and I asked Niranjan, please show me the video. He said, just now he has come, he's taking rest now. There was just before 2 minutes of his leaving the body. So from the activities done in the lifetime, we can understand what type of gati a person will get. Always one should have a peaceful, smiling face. I still remember anyone comes to our house, my father will welcome him nicely with a nice face. At that time, he will not show that he is a very great devotee, he is chanting. No, he'll give a nice smile, talk. When I see him, when I used to see my Guru Maharaj, I used to remember always my father. You see, Guru Maharaj never showed any bhakti to anyone. In fact, anyone goes, he will talk so nicely. At that time, he will not chant. At that time, he will not show that he's chanting and he's very great, exalted devotee. We are all tuchas. No. He will just talk, how are you? How is the work going on? Are you chanting? There's one question sometimes to someone. So that is the quality of a pure devotee. Even Guru Maharaj, when he left on 5th, his personal servant told, actually he left on 4th itself. Artificial ventilator was put. Before going to ventilation, Guru Maharaj asked for a cup of water. And then he asked his Japmala. They gave him the counter. And he went in ventilation. That means he has left the body on Ekadashi, not Dwadashi. But still, technically, as a scientific, he has left on Dwadashi. Ekadashi or Dwadashi is always wonderful. So how is the one is in Grahastha ashram, one is in Sannyasa ashram. Even when Guru Maharaj was in Grahastha ashram, so wonderful pastimes are there where he used to give his 100% salary to Srila Prabhupada. Never had any desires. What was his age at that time? Just 23, 24. And one is Grahastha, my father, Grahastha. Doesn't matter. Consciousness should always be like a sannyasi. That is why they get paramagati. They always get paramagati. Whenever I used to see Guru Maharaj, used to say, Maharaj, you are my father, you are my father. I used to remember father, always smiling face. Always smiling face. Never had a frowning face. And this is the quality of a devotee. We don't have to read anything much. We just have to follow certain etiquettes, Vaishnava etiquettes, like we are sitting or having prasad. We should always have eagerness to serve, have a nice smiling face, talk with the devotees very nicely. So all these things are actually Vaishnava etiquettes for which Krishna loves. Krishna also sits there. Krishna also, when devotees have prasadam, Krishna sits there. When we chant, Krishna sits there. He likes to hear, he likes to serve. That is why while taking prasadam, one should have a nice smiling face, not frowning face, no grudging face. Grudging face, irritating face, frustrating faces are those who have duplicity in their heart. These are the lakshanas of very sinful people. They always are very gloomy. They will not talk to someone. They will always have a frustrating face. So these are all given. Krishna loves to glorify the devotees because devotees serve Krishna. And you cannot serve Krishna with a frowning face. You cannot serve Krishna when your mind is not healthy. That is why Savai Mana Krishna Padara Vindayoho. Always remember Krishna. Never forget Krishna. Not even for a fraction of second. There is a person who is Soil. At the time, at night, 11:30, he makes all our banners. 11:30, if he makes banners and all, even I have to be awake. At the time, I think that he comes home by 9:30, then he sits in the computer till 11:30, final he will give me. Then I have to say, okay, he goes to office 8:30, just see how busy he is. So it doesn't matter you are born in a Hindu family or a Muslim family. If your consciousness is in Lord, that is enough to progress in devotional service. Yesterday, one talk I had with him, he was telling, Mataji, don't put 8 o'clock Abhishek starts. You put 8:15. I was going to Boisar. Brahmachari also was there. Then I told, why 8:15? He said, there are materialistic people who think Muhurta is something like you give 8:15, 8:20, they will think this is Muhurta. So just say a Muslim boy speaking like this. That means how much consciousness he has that devotees should come and perform Abhishek. He is not appointed today. He has been serving us for past maybe 12, 15 years. So naturally, Lord will bless him. Because at night, 11:30 also, he is doing his artwork. You may say he is doing for money. He can get money in doing different things. Why only the things related to Krishna? Dasa Name Brahma, Shiva Harisha Sabara, Dharani Dharena Dharendra Chahi Das Adhikara. Brahma, Shiva, others are pleased to be addressed as servant. Even Shiva likes to call himself Dasa, Haridasa. Brahma likes to call himself Dasa, Haridasa. But we don't want to get initiated and call ourselves Dasa. We refrain ourselves from getting initiation, isn't it? What is the advantage of getting initiated? You are getting a name which is adjoined with Dasa, like Narayani Lakshmi Devi Dasi, Vaishnav Priya Gaur Das, Usha Shankari Dasi, Raghunandan Das, Shri Sundari Dasi, Satyabhama Dasi, Kamalakshi Gauri Dasi, Krishna Kamini Dasi, Jnanadeepa Das. Isn't it how fortunate? Just say Aruna Sumukhi Dasi, Vijay Arvamudan Adiyan. He has also taken initiation from Sri Vaishnava Sampradaya. So this is our actually qualification. One should aspire to get initiated and to be called as Dasa. He will introduce himself what? What will he introduce himself? He will introduce himself as Dasa. But when you address, I beg forgiveness, I called you all Dasa Dasi, but just to glorify how wonderful fortune a person gets. Actually, when we address, it should be Prabhuji, Mataji. So, Ananta Shesha, who supports the universe, also desires the qualification to serve the Lord. Not the Ananta Shesha. What is he desiring? He is desiring qualification. So actually initiation means begging for the qualification, not thinking that I am qualified, that is why I got initiated. We should every day beg, oh Guru Maharaj, please bless us, please give qualification to serve Lord more and more. The moment we think I am doing the best, gone. There itself Krishna gives a big 0 mark. Because Ananta Shesha, who is expansion of Krishna himself, Balarama, Ananta Shesha, he has thousands and thousands and thousands of hoods. In every hood, he is carrying the Brahmanda. With every mouth in his hood, he is glorifying Krishna. But still he says, give me qualification to serve you. Ananta Shesha, who is the Adi Guru, Ananta Shesha's the glorifying potency of Lord, Anantashesha's glorifying potency of Lord appears as Bhashyakara, that is Sripad Ramanujacharya. So Anantashesha, who is Adi Guru, he is also begging to Lord, please give me qualification. So what should be our work? We should also beg every day, please give me qualification to serve Lord. If we don't have this begging quality, we will always think we are master. We will always have our head raised up, nose raised up, and we will think we are the best. So this is what we learn. Chaitanya Bhagavat is actually post-graduation study. Why it is called as post-graduation study? You see, whatever instructions Krishna has given in Bhagavad Gita, those instructions are taught in Chaitanya Bhagavat in a very, very simpler way. Manmana bhav mad bhakto madhyaji mam namaskuru. How will one become a bhakta? Qualification has to be asked for. Sarvadharman parityajya. How to give up everything by serving in a very humble mood. That means you can relate every instruction of Bhagavad Gita with Chaitanya Bhagavat. That is why Chaitanya Bhagavat is a post-graduation study. That doesn't mean that you study only after Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam. You have to study simultaneously, and we are fortunate that Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita, Chaitanya Bhagavat is happening simultaneously every week. Every Sunday we have Bhagavatam class. Every Sunday we have Bhagavad Gita class. Every day we have Chaitanya Bhagavat class. We have Brahma Samhita given by our Adi Guru. in our Sampradaya, that is Brahmaji. So, chanting, hearing, both are the activities, Shravanam, Kirtanam. One is speaking, one is hearing. That doesn't matter. Every one of us have to learn. ये सब ईश्वर तुल्य स्वभावे भक्त तथापि भक्त हैवारे अनुरक्त. Although they are equal to the Lord and are devotees by nature, they're extremely eager to become devotees. Now just again powerful statement. Generally we say we are devotees of Lord. Now here Brahma, Shiva, they are eager to become the devotees. So here nice story where Krishna is having headache and he is asking Narada that because Narada is seeing why Krishna is uh, sitting with the hand on the head. He says, what happened? So I have headache. What is the solution? Bring the Raja of my devotees. Now Narada himself is Mahajana, such a wonderful devotee, but still he did not give his devotee because he doesn't consider himself a devotee. He went to Brahma, Shiva, he went to 16,108 queens. No one gave the Raja because no one considered themselves as devotees. On the contrary, when he went to Vrindavan, there, without having any consideration whether they are devotee, not devotee, nothing. Oh, my Krishna is suffering from headache. That is a mood every gopi took. And they gave, especially Srimati Radharani, just heard when Krishna is having headache, she did not even hear that devotees are supposed to give. Just she gave. She gave, and following her, all the gopis, they gave bags and bags of Raja. They did not think, they did not even ask, they did not even consider themselves as devotees. Just they heard Krishna is having headache. For the headache, Raja of the devotees also they did not hear. Raja is required. Okay. Yeah. So that is exalted mood. And here everyone of them, they heard the Raja of the devotee is required, and they knew that they want to become like Brajavasi. That is the hankering which everyone, Brahma, Shiva, everyone wants. Because Krishna in the Sukshma way tells in Bhagavad Gita, Sarvadharman Parityajya Mamekam Sharanam Braja. Come in the mood of my devotees, Brajavasis. That is why Brahma, Shiva, they don't consider themselves as devotees. They hanker to become devotees. Because Brajavasi mood is they don't know Krishna is God. They play with Krishna. They do are ture with Krishna. You know that? We don't like somebody doing are ture with me, because they play with Krishna, they chastise Krishna, but they don't know anyone except Krishna. This is the highest mood, which, though being the servant, they have taken. They cannot go without Krishna. Generally, we want people to respect us. So many things we want, isn't it? Oh, you should not speak like that. You should not speak like that. In that mood, we sometimes do not see the dedication of a person. We just want he should respect us. But love is more than respect. In this glorification, the Shavataar Prabhu was telling that sometimes they used to even tell Guru Maharaj, suggest, sometimes scold also. This mood can be taken only when you serve so much. And then only this mood can be taken. If you don't serve, naturally you have to respect. But if you serve so much, then you care that person to the extent you don't have to be told that you want something. It will automatically come. That much intimate relation the master has with the servant. That is what is the intimate relation which Krishna has with Vrajavasis, which even Brahma Shiva wants. They also want to become devotees. Now, what is this meaning? This is the meaning. Well, they are all already devotees. But what they want to become like Vrajavasis, simple-hearted devotees. No much complication, always ready to serve. Yena bhakta advaitera balita harise papi sava dukkha paya nija karma doshe. Because of their past deeds, sinful people feel unhappy to graciously accept Advaita as a devotee. Who is Advaita? Lord Shiva himself. When Lord Shiva hears even double incarnation, Lord Shiva and Narayana, combined incarnation, because they do Alingana. Oh, Chaitanya is appearing, Chaitanya is appearing. But Chaitanya is appearing in the mood of a devotee now. Now just see, even Lord hankers to become a devotee. Even Lord wants to know the mood of Vrajavasi, especially Srimati Radharani. Brahma, Shiva also want to know, but here even Krishna wants to know. What must be that mood? What sukha Srimati Radharani is getting while serving me? In fact, Radharani takes all the troubles. But still, what happiness is she experiencing? So now even Krishna takes the mood of a devotee, and to know that Advaita comes. Even Narayana comes to know that. Lord Shiva comes to know that. Krishnera, last verse. Krishnera santosha bada bhakta hena nami. Krishna Chandra vine bhakta arake vajani. Lord Krishna is greatly pleased with one who is accepted as a bhakta. For who other than Krishna knows the glories of the devotees? So it is Lord Krishna who accepts one as a bhakta. It is said Lord runs behind a bhakta. So we have Ananta Alvar in Tirupati, where Lord ran behind Ananta Alvar because he did not transgress the instructions of his spiritual master Sripad Ramanujacharya, who had asked him to make fresh flowers for Lord. Pluck the flowers, make fresh garlands. At that time in between, when he is doing that seva, Krishna sends the message through the Pandita to call Anantalvar. Anantalvar says, ask Krishna to wait. Let me do my service. When he goes with the flower garland, Lord Govinda says, I don't want your flowers. You are not listening to what I say. He said, the words of my spiritual master is more than your instructions. Because my spiritual master has told that to do this seva. If you don't want flower, don't take, I'm going back. The Lord runs behind Anantalvar and says, you're not afraid the way you're talking? I am going to remove you out of this Tiruvengadam. He says, how can you remove me out? You are also on a rented basis. This place belongs to Varaha Swami. And Lord is so impressed by Anantalvar. He says, you are pure devotee of me, because you are serving your spiritual master so nicely that you are following his instructions so nicely. That is enough to call you the pure devotee. So pure devotees always serve the instructions of their spiritual master, by which they get paramagati. That is enough for them. Instructions and service to the spiritual master is enough for a person to get the paramagati, that is the wonderful position of serving Krishna even in the eternal world, because this life is not the end. We have to get the place in the eternal world. We may say, till I am alive, I am there. No. The soul never dies. The body anyhow will be vanquished. Today or tomorrow it will be vanquished. But our service to Lord is the thing which is counted by Lord. And then Lord says, whoever is my devotee, I don't consider him as my devotee. Yo me bhakta jana partha name bhakta aschate janaha. But whoever is the devotee of my devotee, I consider him to be a devotee. That is why even Brahma, Shiva wants to become devotee of whom? Vrajavasis. That is how, if one is Guru Sharana, Guru Smarana, Both should be there. Guru Sharana, Guru Smarana. If this is done, Krishna counts him as devotee. You may go on chanting some few verses or few mantras, but you don't have the shelter of the spiritual master, then what is the use? Sampradaya vina. Just remove this verse. It's a nice verse. Sampradaya hina mantras nishphala. This is a small phrase actually. This is from Upanishad, I think. Just check. Somebody has to check. I will also check in the 108 verses. Sampradaya hina. If you're not in the sampradaya, what is the use? So we are all put in the sampradaya by Srila Prabhupada. That is one thing, glorious thing. Srila Prabhupada is the preeminent Shiksha Guru for all of us. So we are all put in the Gaudiya Dhara. But to be more connected, to be more, you can say, committed, one has to take formal initiation so that we are committed more to the process. And this is how our Guru, our spiritual master, connects us to Srila Prabhupada, who is connected to the very glorious Sampradaya, Gaudiya Madhva Sampradaya. All four Sampradayas are the glorious Sampradayas. So in this way, on Sunday, again, a reminder, all of you should come. Few are selected for telling about our Guru, His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj. If somebody is not selected, don't think that, oh, why am I not selected? Hearing about Guru Maharaj is also a wonderful thing. Hearing, speaking, both are on the same platform. So someone is selected, someone is not selected. So don't think that, oh, I am not selected. There are different services to be done. That is why some are selected. Some are going to be given some services, different services. So in this way, let us all come together on 4th August, that is Sunday, 6 o'clock sharp. Don't come at the time of or everything is over like a chief guest. Please come before time, 5:30. Especially initiated devotees from Thane should come 5:30 and decorate the altar of Guru Maharaj. Don't expect everything has to be done by the residents of the temple. Come before time, 5:30. The devotees who stay in Thane, please come. Devotees who are staying far, at least try to come before 10 minutes at least, before 6. Okay, Hare Krishna. Vanchakalpatarubhascha, Kripa Sindhu Devacha, Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Krishna.